The Lantern of the Soul, a tale of burnout and renewal. Kieran had once loved the work he did. As a craftsman, he took pride in shaping raw materials into intricate, beautiful creations. But lately, the spark had gone out. His once skilled hands trembled with exhaustion, his mind foggy and scattered. The joy he had felt in his craft was now replaced by a relentless pressure to produce, to meet the demands of others. Burnout had seeped into his bones, turning his passion into a prison. One evening, overwhelmed by fatigue, Kieran set out for a walk into the nearby forest, hoping to find a moment of peace. The forest was dense and wild, filled with towering trees and shadows that stretched like arms toward the sky. Yet, as he ventured deeper, the weight in his chest seemed to grow heavier. Just as he considered turning back, he noticed a small, flickering light in the distance. Curious, he followed it, winding through thick trees and untamed underbrush until he came upon a clearing. In the center stood an ancient lantern, hanging from a branch, its flame soft but unwavering. A figure appeared beside it, an old woman with a serene expression and eyes that seemed to hold galaxies within them. "You've come to find your flame again," she said softly, her voice as gentle as the wind through the leaves. Kieran nodded, though he wasn't sure what she meant. "You are like this lantern," the woman continued. "Your flame has dimmed because you have forgotten how to tend to it. You've given so much of yourself to the outside world that there's nothing left for you." The words hit him deeply, stirring something within that had long been dormant. He sank to the ground, tears welling in his eyes. "I don't know how to keep going," he confessed. The woman knelt beside him, placing her hand over his heart. "The fire in you still burns, but it needs air to breathe and fuel to grow. You cannot feed others with an empty flame. First, you must care for your own light." With a wave of her hand, the woman summoned an image. Kieran saw himself rushing through his days, barely pausing to rest or reflect. He saw the weight of his responsibilities pulling him down, and how he had neglected his own needs in the pursuit of productivity. The vision shifted, and now he saw himself pausing, breathing deeply, taking moments to reconnect with the earth, the sky, and the people he loved. "Your body and mind are not machines," the woman said gently. "They are part of the natural world, and like the seasons, they need time to rest, to be still, to renew. Only then can you find balance." Kieran sat in silence, absorbing her words. He had pushed himself so hard, trying to keep up with the pace of life, that he had forgotten how to be still. He had forgotten how to listen to his own body and soul. The old woman stood and gestured toward the lantern. "Take this with you," she said. "Whenever you feel lost, return here. The flame will guide you back to yourself." As Kieran took the lantern, the forest around him seemed to shift, the shadows becoming softer, the air lighter. He realized that the journey to find his inner flame was not about doing more, but about doing less, about giving himself permission to pause, to rest, to breathe. Over the following days, Kieran changed his routine. He spent more time in the forest, reconnecting with the natural world. He allowed himself moments of stillness, even when there was work to be done. He learned to listen to the signals of his body and mind, and slowly, his energy returned. His creativity flowed once more, not from a place of exhaustion, but from a wellspring of renewal. The lantern hung in his workshop as a reminder. Whenever he felt the flicker of burnout returning, he would light it, taking a deep breath and remembering the words of the wise woman in the forest. His soul, like the lantern's flame, needed care and space to shine brightly once again.